The march toward peak Magnum performance is never-ending. Born from the perceived needs of law enforcement back in the early decades of the 20th century, the .357 Magnum started a fire in the hearts of American shooters. That fire burned away reason and, sometimes, common sense. People wanted more velocity. They desired greater power. They needed bigger bullets. What they craved was bigger Magnums. And so, inexorably, it wasn't long after the .357 first debuted that the .44 Magnum rocked the world and rattled molars in grand fashion. The most powerful handgun cartridge in the world has been with us ever since, and is still the benchmark that all genuinely big-bore handguns are measured against. But as the decades kept on rolling, the .44 Magnum lost its crown to an endless procession of even more insane Mega Magnums. Nonetheless, it is still the benchmark all other Magnums are measured by, and the cartridge of choice for big-bore aficionados today. If you have chosen the path of stinging palms and sore wrists, I'm bringing you a lineup of the 5 best .44 Magnum revolvers available in 2024. And I'll do it without making even a single Dirty Harry joke. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that well is dry. Before you take a moment to put on your ear pro, please consider subscribing to the channel as a premium member. You'll unlock member-exclusive perks like unlisted videos, detailed guides for all manner of gun-related topics, and a lot more. Plus, you'll have our undying gratitude for helping the channel grow and put out even better content. Now, brace yourself as we delve into our list of the best .44 Magnums of 2024. Coming in at number 5 is the Colt NXR44. Colt has attained a sort of infamy these past few years since they partnered up with Nighthawk Custom. This German manufacturer is known for 2 things: superhuman craftsmanship and sparing absolutely no expense in design or manufacture of their guns. The NXR44 is the biggest and most powerful example of their company's ethos. This radically styled 6-inch monster sports many features that enhance the shooting experience and tame the sometimes brutal cartridge it chambers. And, as good and accurate as it is, it arguably looks even better. For starters, the barrel is radically vented on both sides for enhanced cooling, and you have a split rail on top of the frame and barrel for optics along with an underbarrel rail for the included barrel weight or lights and lasers. The front sight is fully adjustable and protected by beefy removable wings, while the rear sight is a common micro-click adjustable aperture. The entire gun is finished in an inky diamond-like coating, which contrasts handsomely with the glimpses of polished stainless beneath the surface and the warm Turkish walnut stocks. You can think whatever you want to about ultra-premium guns and whether or not they are a waste of money. I'm telling you, when you pick this thing up, it will have an effect on you. The trigger and action are so slick, so inhumanly good, it almost feels like a living thing moving under your hands. Unparalleled beauty and craftsmanship can be yours, but it could quite literally cost you a small fortune. That's the reason I don't have the Colt NXR44 higher on our list. .44 mag ammo is expensive enough already. At number 4 on our list is one of Smith & Wesson's most interesting and divisive lineups in their stable of end-frame .44 Magnums, the Model 329 PD. Divisive how? Let's check out the stats. 6-shot capacity, overall length of 9.5 inches, weight of 6 inches, double action, single action, adjustable rear sight, and a high visibility fiber optic front. It even has nice partially stippled and bordered wood grips with the Smith & Wesson logo. Classy move, S&W, I can dig it. So what are we missing? How about a weight of just 26.25 ounces? That is hardly enough to tame the monstrous recoil of the .44 Magnum cartridge, even with the lightest loads. Smith & Wesson fans were probably wincing before we got to this part because they already know that PD suffix indicates a scandium frame. Scandium is a rare element that, added to aluminum alloy, allows the use of less aluminum while maintaining strength. In essence, it provides significant weight savings overall. It makes this the lightest .44 Magnum on the market in its size category, and by an enormous margin. Such a shame it will loosen the fillings in your teeth when you shoot it and set your hand to throbbing. What's the point of a gun like this? Simply, it was designed to be an ultra-light, packable .44 Magnum for backwoods hunters, fishermen, hikers, and more, enabling users to enjoy the great outdoors without burdening themselves with some giant hand cannon. and at the same time stay safe from big and dangerous critters like bears. The only downside, aside from the high price tag, is the fact that it is extremely difficult to get good with this gun because it will beat the brakes off of you. Take it from me and load it with 44 specials for practice, self-defense, or plinking, and it is a lot more manageable. We've got 3 more stomping 44 Magnums ahead, but before we get there, take a break, calm your nerves, and click like, subscribe, and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates from our channel. You won't be able to hear the bell ringing over the tinnitus anyway. Okay, no more jokes, back to the list. Taking the number 3 spot on our list is the Ruger New Model Super Blackhawk. Everyone knows that Ruger makes lots of revolvers and most of them are good ones. But what you might not know if you are new to the gun scene is that they have made some of the most respected single-action revolvers of the 20th century. The original pre-recall Blackhawks, which is the subject of an entirely separate video, are some of the most coveted modern single-actions out there. Surviving unmodified examples command major premiums from collectors and shooters. The new model Blackhawk was a disappointment when it first came out because it lacked the original lock work of those early revolvers. Tradition dies hard when you get your kicks from traditional guns, and that's too bad because the new model Super Blackhawk is a shooter's single action. It has that classic styling, but it's also incredibly tough, accurate, and easy to shoot. It also has a transfer bar safety that allows you to carry all 6 chambers loaded with no worries of a negligent discharge if the hammer gets tapped. From a practical perspective, the new model Super Blackhawk is obviously superior. Ruger offers several variants chambered in 44 Magnum, but my favorite has a 7.5-inch barrel and a beefy weight of 48 ounces. The balance is just right, it's easy to shoot even one-handed, and has been a constant companion on my hunting and hiking trips. Trust me, after you shoot this one a little bit, you won't miss the old school originals one bit. One more quick thing. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in getting any branded channel merch from us. We're considering opening up a channel store with shirts, gloves, hoodies, and maybe even some bags and other range gear. We'd be happy to have you rep the channel the next time you head out to do some shooting. But we only want to make the stuff if our viewers really want it. Clocking in at number 2 is the Taurus Raging Hunter. Taurus, as a company, has been shining really bright once again thanks to new leadership and a revived commitment to quality. I've always liked their revolvers and I really liked their prices, but I am positively captivated by the Raging Hunter. This racy, intimidating gun is perfect for handgun hunting as the name suggests, but it's also a wonderful gun for just blasting on the range or, in the right hands, self-defense. This matte black beast has a barrel that looks like it came off of a stealth bomber. Half of it is faceted angles, while the upper surface is a Picatinny rail for mounting optics of any kind. Most notably, the barrel is ported to help tame recoil in conjunction with its substantial 49-ounce heft. This thing is a shooter, and even though the trigger isn't quite as nice as the ones found on far more expensive competitors, it is more than serviceable. A great shooter, priced right, and with the modern amenities that make realizing the long-range performance of the 44 Magnum far easier than competitors. The Raging Hunter, a sweet wheel gun indeed. Coming in at number 1 on our list is Colt's Target Anaconda. In case you've been hiding in a bunker these past few years, Colt reintroduced the mythical Python in 357 Magnum and shortly thereafter, the biggest snake of them all, the Anaconda. That story and the lineage of both guns is a story that is truly worth telling, but I can't get into that whole thing here. What I can tell you is that the resurrection caused some uproar, not all of it good. There was some outcry from the old guard Colt fans. They didn't consider the new Python and the Anaconda here real Colt wheel guns because Colt changed the internals. You know how it is among genuine fanatics. They changed it, now it sucks. Except, no it doesn't. This Anaconda, complete with that glorious 6-inch vent rib barrel and full-length ejector rod lug, is the spitting image of the legacy gun. Only now this Silver Serpent benefits from the very best in modern materials and manufacturing processes to produce a gun that is stronger, more durable, and has an even better trigger than before. The double-action pull is sublimely smooth, progressing evenly, languidly to a slight wall and then break. The single-action release is a pin balanced on the edge of a razor, downright scintillating in its crispness. Between heartbeats, an atom shifts but a hair, and a 240-grain bullet is loosed unerringly towards the target. It's magnificent. And that's no embellishment, folks. I would know because I was one of those Colt grognards I was talking about. I'm more than happy to say the new Target Anaconda is a worthy inheritor of the brand and the mystique. Additional amenities on the new Anaconda include a deeply recessed target crown barrel, a redesigned rear sight that is easily adjustable but far less prone to lose zero, and an interchangeable fiber optic front sight. Phenomenally accurate and a joy in every way that matters, Colt's Anaconda is the best .44 Magnum double-action revolver on the market. And with that praise, we end our list of the top 44 Magnum revolvers available in 2024. Double action, single action, the brand new and the revived classic, they're all here, and there's something for any .44 Magnum disciple to enjoy. And we covered them all without a single Dirty Harry joke. Promises made, promises kept. I want to know what you think about that Smith & Wesson 329 PD. Is it worth the cost as a special-purpose gun, or is the recoil just too punishing to consider? Can't wait to talk about it down in the comments. And until then, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any big bore revolver content here on Guns You Can't Live Without.